Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Super Bowl 101, a very special extended edition of Scott Sports 101. Well, the big day has finally arrived. It's Super Bowl Sunday and Super Bowl 53, and will take place at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, where both the AFC and NFC champions will square off. The New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts will square off at Super Bowl 53 at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. And both teams have their eye on the prize. And we'll talk more about that in just a second. But right now, here is the very first Scott's Super Bowl 101 trivia question. Who is the only starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl with two different teams? And I will have the answer later in this segment. Well, now, the Patriots are still favored to win this game by 2.5 points. And I still feel the Patriots are going to attack the Rams defense by far. The Patriots, I feel, have the edge in this game by far, and I feel they are going to be out to win this game, hands down, no doubt about it. Now, both these teams right now are at the respective hotels having their pregame meal, and the first player buses, and Tom Brady will be on the one for the Patriots, and Jared Goff will be on the one for the Rams. That will be leaving from their hotels at about 3 o'clock, and the final player buses will leave about 3:30 and arrive in their respective locker rooms. Now, both the AFC and NFC champions, the two teams that are left, the Patriots and the Rams, this is really going to be a great game tonight, I feel, and I really feel it's going to be close. I feel it's going to come down to the final seconds to see who is going to get the win and emerge victoriously. And I just really feel it's going to be a really close game, I feel. And I have, you heard me say I've made my official Super Bowl pick, and I am going with the New England Patriots to win this game tonight. I feel that they're going to get it, and I feel it's going to be by 3 points, by a field goal, 31-28. And I really feel this is going to be a great game tonight. And now, Bill Belichick is 66 years old. He is the oldest head coach to be in the Super Bowl, and this is his sixth one. Now, keep in mind that Rams head coach Sean McVay is 33 years old, and he is the youngest head coach to advance to the Super Bowl. And so you really want to keep that in mind. And I really want to, I'm really stressing that to really keep that in mind. Now, if you really think about it, these two teams are really going to, I really feel that the Rams, Jared Goff and the Rams defense are going to be on the hot seat. The Patriots are going to attack the Rams defense clearly, and the Rams are really going to have to really come out and really be ready and be smoking. I think, and they are going to be. And the Rams are hoping to repeat what they had when they won their first Super Bowl title back in 2001 when they were the St. Louis Rams, which was their only Super Bowl title that they had. And as we all know, Tom Brady is looking to become a 6-time Super Bowl champion and a 5-time Super Bowl MVP. Now, I feel, I really think that this is going to be a great game, because when those players make their way onto the field, that's when it's going to set the tone, and the first team to score, that's going to set the tone for the game, I feel, of what team is going to emerge victoriously in this big game tonight. And I really feel that the New England Patriots are going to, are favored to win. I feel they're going to win this game by far. And you really got to know, it is just, and they just I think are going to have the Rams number tonight, but I think it's going to be close. Rams aren't going to go away quietly, and I really feel it's going to be a close game. And I just really feel it is. Excuse me for just a moment. I'm trying to pick up today's Plain Dealer Sports section, and I really feel it's going to be close between these two teams tonight. And the Rams are just really, they're having their pregame meal right now besides the Patriots having theirs. And I really feel this is one game today. And this Super Bowl has become an unofficial national holiday. And in today's Plain Dealer, it's got the AFC champions Gilmore lets the game do the talking, which is Stephen Gilmore, and he lets the game do the talking. And this is I think the third time Atlanta, either first or third time Atlanta's hosted the Super Bowl. But the Packers and the Rams are the two elite teams from the AFC and NFC to be in today's Super Bowl, today's big game. And I think I would like to see former Browns quarterback Brian Hoyer win his first Super Bowl with him being with the Patriots. And I know so many people want to see Brady become a six-time Super Bowl champion. And I just feel this is really it's a lot of the Patriots are different of what the Patriots have had before. And a lot of them, it's their first time in the Super Bowl, and they want to win it. So we're going to see what happens today, this evening, and when we have kickoff at 6:30. The incomparable Gladys Knight will be singing the national anthem at tonight's big game, and the halftime show, Maroon 5 will be performing along with Travis Scott and Big Boy. Well, we're going to relive some great Super Bowl moments, and starting in just a moment. But first, it's time for the answer to the first Super Bowl 101 trivia question. Who is the only starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl with two different teams? And if you said Peyton Manning, you are correct. Peyton Manning won Super Bowls with the Indianapolis Colts in 2007 and the Denver Broncos in 2016. And I'll have another trivia question in my next segment, so stay tuned for that. So stick around for that. Now, I told you we were going to relive some great Super Bowl moments in Super Bowl history. My first one that we're going to relive, it was from the 68-69 season, and this happens to mark the 50th anniversary of Super Bowl III, which the New York Jets beat the Baltimore Colts 16-7, and it was played in Miami, Florida, on January 12, 1969. Joe Willie Namath was the quarterback, and he guaranteed that the Jets were going to win that Super Bowl. And if he had not won that Super Bowl, the Jets had not won, he does not know where he would be today. And I got to tell you, this was... And Jonathan Booth, who I think was one of the broadcasters back then, he said the Jets were clearly superior because the transiting Jupiter sextile, the Metal, Mars, and Pluto, is a trine to the midheaven, and a lot of people thought the Jets had the edge, and they did come out victorious in that, and mainly we have Miami's Orange Bowl that takes place there as well, and I feel the Jets just celebrated numerous amount of times with this, and they just really, they felt, and Namath really, and he really guaranteed them, and they did come out victoriously. And there was a moment where Dan Mayer, George Sauer, his teammate, played the Colts all day with a game-leading 8 catches for 133 yards quarterback Lenny Lyles wrapped up Sauer after his catch, and I think that was a scoring touchdown, I believe. And this was really one of the greatest games, I feel, in Super Bowl history because the winning head coach for the Jets back then was Webb Eubank, who also coached the Colts in the 1958-59 season, which was when it was the old AFL and NFL teams. So that's one of the first moments that I've relived in Super Bowl history. I'm going to do one more Super Bowl moment, and that is Super Bowl IV that was played in 1970, which the Kansas City Chiefs won that one 23-7, and that it has been 4 decades now, and Kansas City did lose to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game this year. I would have liked to have seen them in this year's Super Bowl because it's been 4 decades since the Chiefs have last won a Super Bowl, and Minnesota, they're going to get back in the heart of it, I think, but they have been 4-time Super Bowl losers in the Super Bowl. But Hank Stram was ecstatic when he won that Super Bowl in 1970, which was played on, let me go back a page here, which was on January 11th, 1970. And I just feel this was one of the greatest moments in the game. And Len Dawson, as you know, was named the game's MVP, and he, I think, scored 3 or 4 touchdowns. He threw 3 touchdown passes that were scored in that, and had a great game. And this is really, and Hank Stram was the Chiefs head coach. He was the winning head coach in that Super Bowl. But Len Dawson had some great moments, and he looked for someone to run, and it's really. But the Vikings, I think, will get there, win a Super Bowl one of these years, and they just really, I felt they had, and then both teams that really would have had changes just to play better, and it was mainly the Vikings. But I thought that was a great Super Bowl that year, and I just felt it was a great game, and I really felt this was one of the greatest Super Bowls I feel in NFL history. Those are 2. We lived a couple of great moments in Super Bowl history, and this is really just the beginning. We're just getting started, and we only have a couple of minutes left in this segment, so I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel, and I will be back in a few minutes after this is uploaded with the second segment of Super Bowl 101. So stay tuned for more of Super Bowl 101. I'll be back right after this.